Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Cheers. Robert Mack was in here. I don't know if he still is, but thanks, Robert. Wes, Britt Ty Coy, Hey Tip, Daniel, Nikki is awake. How you doing, Nikki? Thanks for coming by as always. Hope you're well. Um, I think you put, I just it popped up on my thing. You posted a video recently. I have to go back and check. I think are you here or are you still are you out of the Thailand area? Anyway, does this thing? I ran some wiring on the mic. Is it too loud? Is it all right? Does it sound okay? Somebody let me know. I know the video is probably good. I don't know how much longer I canceled my $30 a month StreamYard 1080 feed and all my intros and all that stuff. I was going to keep it, and I go, you know what? It's just not working. I could do a lot of other things with $30 a month. So, but I did. I want to try to do a. I'm going to try to do a live stream after this one on the other channel on the Koi Thai style. Hey Tommy, I tried to do it yesterday. I forgot all about when you got a new channel and all that. You have to wait. I had to wait 24 hours before I could do a live stream. I had to like apply for it or something. I don't know. I don't even know if I can do it now. It's on the other computer in the garage. So, but I did get a bunch of plants, and now I've got a 20-gallon aquarium with a divider in the middle. So I got two 10-gallons. I got the king cobra ones on one side and the red dragons on the other. And it's just full of plants because I was hoping that the two 20-gallon tanks were going to come, and I was going to put those in there because what I'll have is I'll have those two. They'll have babies. One will go in one 20-gallon, one will go in the other 20-gallon. When they get overpopulated, I'll just give them to the Thai fish place owners and let them make some money off of them. And just so that, and I got 3 small, like 10-gallon tanks coming, and I'm going to do 3 more, what would you call them, species? I don't know. 3 more different ones. So we'll see. Hey, Justin, how you doing? But yeah, so I've had fun with that. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 filters on each one of those 10s because I'm trying to get the cycle going. I took media out of my quarantine pond, and it seems to be okay. It was a little bit. It's only been a week, and it's already ammonia is way down, and nitrite is. And this is for people that know about koi. I'm talking to everybody like I think everybody knows. It is already up. So I know that both the bacterias are in there. So now I just cut back the food, and the way I do it, in case anybody's interested, maybe I'll do that on the other channel. I'll bore everybody, but I put it in there. I let the fish go in there, and I try to let it get in there before I put the media in, so that the bacteria have something to eat. So we'll see. Thanks, Nikki. But yeah, so I'm having fun with that. I got a bunch of air pumps. So I've got all those filters in there. 2 small ones that are going to stay, 2 bigger ones, sponge filters that are going to go. One's going to go in each one of the 20 gallons. And then the 20 gallons, the ones that I ordered, I think I got a great price on it. It's bent almost like an acrylic tank. People are into aquariums maybe. And then it's flat, but it's glass, but it's bent corners. And it came with rock. It came with 2 or 3 fake plants. It came with a hang-on little back filter. It came with an air pump. It came with a light. It came with a net. It came with a bunch of stuff, but for $33. So I ordered 2 of those, and then the little ones I ordered 3, but I didn't order with all the stuff. But I noticed that, like I said, I think I said something the other day. The guy already jacked it up to like $1,500 now if you try to buy the the 20 gallons again. But I got an eye on a couple of different fancy ones that I think look good. So we'll see. But the ones that they ship me are young too, the males. So they'll be nice. Yeah, koi tie style. Yes, Nick. And 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 I didn't know I had to wait. So I'm going to do a little. I'm going to try to, when I get done here, I'm probably going to only go an hour because I got some things that I want to get done out there, turn on the lights. And well, I was almost going to do the live stream from out there. I probably should have. Turn on the lights, and I'm not going to feed them today, but I'm going to let that go out. I'll test the water. Oh, really? I got, what did I get? I think I got about 5 or 6 of each, and they were each individually packed. And the place that I got them, just off of Lasada, I don't know, but they all arrived alive and in good shape. And I also before I started it too, I took that yellow water and every kind of crap that was in there and poured it into the tanks also to let it build up some ammonia and stuff first. And they all look no worse for wear. They're active. They were eating. I even made them some brine shrimp. But I don't know. Some people might get into the hobby, even if for something like that, you get a little tank like I got, for $30, and it has everything in there to get going. You get a couple of live plants and, $10, $15 worth of guppies or whatever kind of fish you like. And you got a little hobby to do. And the most you got to do to those tanks is change 10 or 15% of the water once a week, maybe, and, keep it clean and stuff, but it's not bad. You just got back, and they died from the trip from the market back to the house. Wow. That sucks. Now, is this the same, at the market is where you got the fancy one? What about the ones you put in the guppy pond that I'm going to call it? I guess it's a guppy pond outside. Is that you got them at the same place? But I'm thinking about, I'm in the middle of making a second video for that channel. And I did a little bit on the guppies and the setup and what I'm going to do inside. And now I'm going to move outside and do a little bit more in depth on what I've got planned. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the one quarantine tank more towards the front to give me more room because, well, you'll see in the video if you guys watch it, but I'm putting on a bathroom outside. It's the only thing I'm really missing out there. And I didn't want to take up any room inside. I'm not even putting a door to the inside of the garage. It's not that big a deal to walk around the building and do that. But I think what I'm going to do is get another one. I think it's IBC, if I'm not, the old water tanks or whatever they are, and do the same thing, cut the top off, put it next to it, and put a 4-inch transfer pipe between, put another probably similar to the filter that I've got on the one quarantine tank, and then split off that pump and come off the bottom drain, and have 2 of those out there. And I'll probably use one to, I don't know. Like I said, man, I got to get those fish out of there. They're a lot bigger than I thought in the quarantine tank now. No, the fancy ones were separate. Came from Shopee, but died. Way too slow and delivered. Wow, mine was a little bit slow, but not too bad. If you want to, I can shoot you or somehow get you the link to the place I got them from on Lasada. But yeah, they look good. None of them were, I didn't look at any of them and go, God, this one. They were a little bit young, the males. The females, a couple of them were young and a couple of them were older. Yeah, they all lived. And I was like, I think there was six of each. It was like 12, 15 guppies, and they were all good. And they were all individually packed and marked Red Dragon and, and all that, which I thought was nice. And they wrote it in English and in Thai. So it was good for me. No, not yet. It seems like what I think happened. Hey, Jackson, how you doing? I think Tommy, what's going on, and I thought that things maybe had had decelerate. Yeah, wrong word. Had lightened, but my wife said no. That yesterday because I didn't hear too much yesterday, and this morning, the prior 2 mornings I heard a couple big ones, but you could hear them all day long, and I just didn't hear them yesterday. But my wife said no, they were going at it just as strong, if not stronger, than the prior 2 days. So but no, I think what had happened, Tommy, is they got in on the ground floor this time. Government was right on top of it because I know they have places, and I would never say where they are or whatever. But here in Thailand, where they, because I think there's over 300,000 people that are moved away from the border, and I could be wrong, but a lot of people. Maybe it's 30,000. I don't know, but a lot of people. But they have places. So I asked my wife if they had contacted my mother-in-law, and she said no, not yet. And but she's pretty positive that that's what's happened. And then we're pretty much set up. She wants me to get set up with the truck sitting in front of the trailer. The trailer's pretty much ready to go. We're going to put stuff inside the trailer, and so that if we get, I don't know, my wife said they've got some longer range stuff that they've acquired, them being Cambodia, and that could reach us here at our area. So if something happens like that, she wants to be ready to load up in her car, load up in the truck, drop the trailer on there within 15 minutes, be on the road and on our way to Ubon. And that's where we would go and probably take a lot of family with us that's here anyway. Hey, Brother Ronnie, Jake, how you doing? But as of right now, they haven't nothing from the government saying that we're in any kind of need to move or whatever. And I don't even know, that was all hearsay from what my wife told me, but she's usually pretty good on that stuff. But I just don't like saying something unless I'm absolutely positive. But she had mentioned that they might have something that could reach through, and I know they have the drones. So, but I think Thailand's pretty hip on intercepting them. To get this deep into Thailand, I think would be kind of hard, but we'll see. One more, yeah, yeah, and you've seen if you've seen the videos and stuff on the house, and that center section I made so wide that if they had they sleep on the floor. Most Thai people anyway. If we have enough mats and stuff like that, hell, I could sleep 50 people just in the hallway going down. Forget about the bedrooms and stuff. So the only thing I want to get done, I still don't have the battery back for the solar system, and we still haven't installed that other controller that we haven't installed that yet. Waiting on the battery. There's no reason to go there twice. I don't know on the bills. Would be coming out right around the 20th. We had a bunch of days that my batteries were full and everything was vegging, and now it's been overcast and it's just racking up the hours and the kilowatts. But we'll see. I still think last time was it's got to be as good as last time, if not a little bit better. And I think it was 3,500. But Ubon was still 1,200, 1,500, something like that. So we'll have to see. Yeah, I watch his, and I think he shipped his kids to Bangkok, and I think he's going to hang, right? I didn't get to watch. I don't watch all of it, but I think he's hanging with a lot of the people in the village that won't leave because they've got cows, and they're not going to leave their animals. I think we're about 60 clicks or so. I think from the border, maybe a little further than that, Jackson. But this is the first time, like the first time that it happened, that when they had their conflict, I didn't hear nothing. Boy, this time, those first 2 days, you could hear them. I mean, it wasn't like if you watched The Naked Guru, that loud, or probably what experience in Sisaket. But definitely, oh yeah, there goes another one, and some louder than others. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't understand it either, Patty. And that's what my wife told me yesterday. I said, because I said it sounds like it slowed down. No, more so, and more Thai soldiers, and she said civilians have been killed now, and it is. It's just, if it was me, I mean, I just can't see how intelligent people and the way that we are can't just sit down and work something out. I mean, I'd just say, hey, why don't you get 10 Muay Thai guys? We'll get 10 Muay Thai guys out of here. We'll let them go, and whoever's standing at the end of the day, that's who wins and gets the land. And everybody else you go back to your business. But it's just that it's just hard. You don't, like I said, each side says this one's fault, that one's fault. I don't know. War just sucks. There's it's useless death. There's a lot of other people that could be, dying, that need to die, like child molesters, and let them die. There's no reason for people to get their legs blown off and shot and just worse. You're absolutely right. Why? It sucks. And hello, by the way. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is. And like I said, I mean, on social media, I think I would just, sidestep any questions if anybody asked me on there. Not that I think anybody would, but I mean, you got to know, like, if you got a Cambodian wife, you're probably going to stand behind your family if you're in Cambodia, and the same goes here. But it's bad for both sides. There's no winners. Look at the Vietnam War. That's what I told my wife. I said, it doesn't seem like, when it first started, this isn't going to end in like a week, and it's just I don't know, but it's Thailand's, yeah, way overmatched. I mean, it's not even close, but I think Thailand knows that. Thailand doesn't want to wipe them out, but then again, I think they said, like, when this time they just put the birds in the air and just said go to town. They said enough's enough. You guys keep poking the bear, and what's that bear going to do eventually? And I agree with them saying, screw it. But they're not going full force. Obviously, I mean, they would mop the floor, and I don't think they really want to do that, or they would have done it. But something happens and they can get into some kind of negotiations. But, when you're talking about people that have been at each other for thousands of years, I think, I'm not big on history, but a long frickin' time, like Palestine and the Middle East, stuff like that just doesn't go away. And, in sitting down one time and talking about it. It's something that has to be talked about, constantly talking about it every day. Each side should have their own, every day they sit down, and if anybody has any problems, we'll have to see. Yeah, 3 years now. That figures. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it looked good on anybody's part for one country to go in and just completely obliterate another country. I don't think it's going to look good. Yeah. I think that in the time that we're in right now, there should be people that can sit down and talk something out, but I guess if you got two, just blockheads trying to, one saying one thing, one saying the other, just that no one will give her, no one's going to give, if Thailand believes that this is their land, they're not going to just give it away, but I don't know. Like I said, they need to work with one another and get it to a certain point, then, because I know there's other people that want to step in and, well, I can do this and I can do that. And we know all those people. But Thailand and Cambodia need to get the brunt of it done. Then if they want to ask somebody to mediate or help them, through the process, then that's their prerogative, both of their prerogative. But they need to get to that point together. And I just can't see how logical people just can't do it, And I've always been, war sucks, but I'm one of those guys that like when Japan should be the United States of America. If somebody attacks another country, outright attacks them and did what they did in Pearl Harbor, and they get retaliated and lose the war, they lose their land. They made that decision when they came after. Just my opinion, okay? But I believe if you start a war against somebody in that kind of magnitude, then you're going, okay, I'm going full bore. I know if I lose, there is not going to be a Japan anymore. And there shouldn't be. It should be the United States of America. And firm believer in that. But same thing with a lot of the stuff in the Middle East and stuff. We go into a war, we blow the living crap out of them, and then we spend billions of dollars rebuilding all their shit. Why? This politics, I guess. I guess I'm not a politician. I don't know. But, okay, we're going to blow the crap out of all your oil fields, completely decimate. We're going to do it. And you're going to give up, and we're going to kill all the bad people. And then we're going to just give you lots of money, manpower, everything you need to rebuild. And then you can come at us again. And we'll do the same thing again. I don't understand. All right, Jake. Hey, what's up, David? How you doing? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if you put a video out. I haven't seen. Your health up to snuff, or you still ailing? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I just don't understand some of the logic in that. But as of the way that I stand now, I think war is just absolutely ludicrous. I mean, it's just like I don't know. I don't see any reason for anybody to be at war, and it's always over land. It's always over. No, this is ours, and this is this, and everything. The one, and I'm not a history buff, and I don't know a lot about the stuff, but I know, in the Russia-Ukraine thing, it's about land and lines. Thailand and Cambodia, lines. Palestine, lines. It's like, you can't figure this out without blowing and killing babies and moms and people, period. It just don't make no sense to me. Let's see. Fortunately, common sense. Yeah, it doesn't, does it? And it should, man. I mean, what are we in 2025? I never thought I'd live to even see the year 2000. And here it is, 2025. It's like, and we can't figure it out. Oh, come on, people. I don't know. But I don't know. So anyway, get back on Thailand stuff. So to end the thing here, I don't see anything coming our way to make us have to leave. It could happen. My wife wants to be prepared for it, which is always a good, have a bug out of some kind of a plan. And you never know, what's going to happen. Would I really want to leave? Not really. Would I stay? I might go and come back. What am I going to do if someone comes in and wants to loot and stuff? I don't know. Stand up naked and hopefully I scare them and they run away. I don't know. It's not like I got an automatic weapon or something, and not much I can do here in Thailand, but maybe I get a couple of Thailand brothers to come back with me and stand here. But I just, I mean, if it was Los Angeles, I would never leave my home, or I would never have a business in Los Angeles. You know how much I love my home state in Los Angeles. Just what a bunch of idiots are there. But yeah, so I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, in Venezuela, what is the plan with your? You know, there. I talked to him day before yesterday, and he's into the same deal. We canceled the rooms in Kochang, and he canceled the trip. I might go back. He wants me to come there in February. I might do that, but he wants to still come. So next year, I guess. But yeah, so that's off the burner. He was already set. He's got a little bit of stuff he needs to take care of there that kind of came up, and so it all worked out, for the best. When I book the stuff, I always book it with cancellation stuff, so that was easy to do. I could have canceled it up until I think my birthday, the 22nd of December. I had till to cancel it. I do have a room, and I'm hoping Cabo is going to be there the 12th to the 15th, I think. Hold on, let me look. And it is at that hotel there. I don't know how far it is, but I'm only going to take, an Uber or something to meet up with Cabo anyway. But let me look, because I changed the dates on it. I made it a little bit closer to the middle. It was towards the end, I think like the 18th through the something or 20th. And now let's see. Let me see. January 12th through the 16th. So I get there on the 12th the night, and I leave on the morning of the 16th. So I'm there the 13th, 14th, and 15th, through pretty much 3 days. I figured that's plenty. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna hit it. I'll probably, I'll go and spend some time with Lewis and have some fun. But otherwise, unless somebody's there that wants to get together, then I'll do that. But we'll see. Cobus Rebus. I wonder who that is. Good morning. Morning to you, Cobus. Yeah, I've got 9 subs on my new channel. I'm cranking. I even got one from watching the video, and I got 65 views on that first video. So that's why I wanted to get another one out. I got to finish the ones for this channel in Thailand. But it isn't even so much about Thailand. It's not like I'm a travel vlogger. I mean, there's so many of those that don't need anymore. It's more about my life and what I do, and e-biking and kayaking and whatever I happen to be into that day. I ramble about myself, and you guys like it, I guess. You guys are awesome. But I'm glad I got 9. So like I said, I've got that one. I'll finish that one today. I'll do a little bit on what I kind of plan on that, because I think I'm going to put a flow switch on the or a switch on the level, the tank level, and if that tank level drops, it's going to shut off the pump, and so I don't pump it dry. I have had that happen in the past, man, years and years ago, because usually, like what I've got here, because of where I've got the pumps, they're not going to suck that pond dry. They won't lift that. That water level drops below my outside tanks, basically 50 centimeters. If it drops more than 50 centimeters, the pumps will be dry. So it'll just stop. And that's the way I would like to set it. The quarantine tanks and above ground tanks and stuff like that, you've got a lot more shit that could happen. It puts a lot more. That's why anything that I build, if I build over here, which I really want to, because now I've drawn 4 pages worth of crap on it and did my calculations, and I think I could do it for the 100. So what is that, like $3,000 US, which is, I couldn't even get the filtration for $3,000 if I was doing it in the States. So I really like to I'd like to do that, but I would do that. But a lot of people don't have, like Wes, where he's at. I think are Are you renting where you're at? Are you still here? You might not be here. uh, if you're renting or you're here or whatever, which I would always suggest anybody coming here, rent, wouldn't even bother unless you marry and feel comfortable and want to buy whatever, buy whatever. But I would always put it, like this one right here, about a meter above and 2 meters down is what the one out there is going to be. So it'll be like over 8 feet deep, and I'm going to put three bottom drains in it, and it'll be nice. You'll see when. Oh, your house is on. Yeah, see, I would have put it in the ground and then had outside, even if it's only for just where your bottom drains come up and lift and where you're gonna put your pumps and stuff like that. That way, it'll never drop below that deal, even if it's only a meter above and a meter below. That's still plenty deep. I don't know how deep is yours. About a meter and a half. I'm guessing. I don't want to know for it. Cool. That I would have. But again, I don't know how much your wife. See, my wife's into the koi. The only thing is over here, it's going to be like farmland or koi pond. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight either way. I'm going to have to make sure that she's got enough to do her deal and me still be able to get a 15 by 15. And then I figured the building on the end, I'm going to make 8 foot by 15. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it on the back. Pond's going to be this thick, right? And what I'm going to do is start the wall at that point, and then the pond over here. That way, that basin that I want to put in there with a veg filter will actually be resting and part of it, so I can make it a little bit bigger out, put some steel in there, concrete, get it in there and make it, maybe almost 2 foot, by, probably a foot and a half, 16, 18 inches deep. And then I'll put drains on that and then have probably 3 maybe spillways into it. I don't like too many spillways or them too high because then you can't see the fish. But the way that I'm going to do it, just like I did out here, bottom drain, air ring on the top, and I'm going to make the one just like I did here, except better because I know what I'm doing now, and because they're too expensive to buy out of the UK. I think would be probably the closest, and they're pricey for a 4-inch bottom drain. But maybe if I can get 3 of them and talk to somebody in the UK and that's into koi and doesn't want to kill me on buying them, I'd love to have them. And if you're into koi, exactly. It's already got the air diffuser is the top of the deal. It's got adjustable space, a sump on it. It's got everything. The airline goes into it. They're awesome, but they're expensive. I want to sell and move because I can't. But your wife don't want to move. Yeah, I don't like. I'm lucky. I don't have any per se. They're ways over. But I thank God we got this here. Would I like to have 1.2 in the bank? Yeah, it would be nice. I'd rather have that there. It'll get there eventually because we'll sell the house. But I have room to do it. I wouldn't be able to have my garage, park my truck on concrete. I wouldn't be able to build a koi pond. I'd be done with building on the property. So I'm kind of glad we did that. My plan when I built my new main pond, if I got out of the koi, I would put a ping pong table or a pool table in that area. What you could just do is make it a pool if you get out of koi. That'll be a 2 meter deep pool like I've got over here. Mine is same size as my koi pond, but it's only it's I don't even know the exact depth. I had my wife stand and I measured to the bottom of her neck because she's not a good swimmer, and that's how deep I made it. I think it's 1.6 or something like that, and it's 3 meters by 4 meters, and it's kind of cool. Right now, it's a little bit cold to go in, but it's it's fun. But so you can make it a pool. Let's see. Owning your property is a Western thing, man. Can you guys hear? Did we ever get it? The volume? You can hear me good on this thing. The money you spend on property invested would pay for the rent. A few times over, we were all different though. Yeah, you know, the thing here is you have to weigh out because you can buy condos that are Thai. The land is Thai owned, but you could actually buy them in your name and blah blah blah. So you could do that without, you know, a Thai significant other or friend or whatever you want to do. And there's other ways that they say you can go around it and get a corporation into this and to that and, you know, do a million things. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I trust my wife, so I'm lucky. You know, I had a pool and spent more time cleaning it. I don't mind. I put a little, one of those ones that go on a pool. If you've seen over there, it's a little sand filter and a little built-in deal, but it's made by the Intertech. Same thing that I had when I had my above ground temporary koi pond. If you look at some of the old videos, I've been watching I didn't write in there. I should have. When, like I tell everybody, if you watch a video, just comment, "Hi, great video," something. It helps. And I've been watching your pond build on your channel just recently, yesterday and the day before, I think. But it, I don't know. It was easy, you know, and it was cheap. I don't know. I think I paid like $300, 10,000 baht for the whole thing. It's on a pallet. It's got the motor and a timer and a basket, a leaf basket. You know, I had to do a little bit of plumbing, but it was perfect for the pool. It was cheap. So let's see. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? So now I pay 100 baht and swim down the road. No, I had a pool down where we rented the last time. They had a place down the street about the same thing. The kids I sent there quite a few times. They enjoyed going down there and swimming. But I'm hoping. I think it'll be fun to build. I'd build it again with the cousin that drinks, you know, and a couple other people, and just keep him on a tight leash. And but that's the way I'd build it, exactly the same way. I think on my Facebook page or somebody's Facebook or something like that, it's got a time lapse of the pond build. I must have done a video. I don't know. I must have done a video or something on it. But and that one we hit the water table and stuff too. So it was kind of a pain in the ass, because this one I'm going to want to go deeper, and I don't know how much deeper I could go than this one. This one is a little bit over 2 meters, but I'd like to go 8 feet. So what is that? 2.5 meters, something like that. We're not interested about fish. You don't like me talking about fish? Just Thailand, or? Okay, I will. I'll get off that. I'm going to do a live stream though afterwards, and I can talk about it. So you have to come over to that channel though, Patty, and say hello anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen a bunch of stuff to get onto Thailand stuff, and maybe some people know here. Is anybody having any kind of trouble coming back in to Thailand and stuff? I heard some stuff through the grapevine that some people were having problems getting visas and getting in. I don't know that much about it. And a couple other things. I guess I should probably check into it maybe before the next video. I'm curious, and I don't know enough about the weed and what the final determination, if there is even a final one yet, what they're doing with visas and stuff, and what they're doing on taxation next year in Thailand. So I'll try to I'll try to educate my stuff before the next live stream, and at least have those those three things to talk about. The biggest thing that's going on for me and Isan is the conflict, of course. But otherwise, it seems like people are just going about it. Even with the boom, boom, boom in the back, people just, like, if you go right to downtown Surin, they're just like nothing's going on and doing their shopping. And, it's kind of bizarre, especially if you're from countries that never experienced any kind of, anything on our borders or in our country besides, people coming and trying to, kill us. But, nothing like that. It's a different feeling. Even when you go outside, just walking, it's just like, even after 2 days, I was kind of accustomed walking to the house and hearing boom, 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 boom. It didn't even faze me. Keep walking and strutting to where I'm going, cook my lunch, and not a problem. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Ron's here. I saw Ron. You sure you don't want fish, Patty? No problem from Sweden. Who's here? Which Andrew? Hey Andrew, how you doing? Hello. But I don't know. Have you heard anything today and yesterday? It sounded like it slowed down to me, but maybe maybe I was in the garage and had the TV up too loud. I did finish watching Goliath. The last season for, I don't know, some of these shows, I liked it. It was okay. The first two were great. The third one was really good. And the fourth one was okay. And that's because they get into this flashbacking, creative crap. And and it was good, I guess. I watched it, obviously. I watched the last of it. Was it this morning? Yeah, I watched the last of it this morning, the last episode and a half. So now I got to find something else to watch. Of course, I'm jonesing now because it's Saturday. So tomorrow at 12 noon, Landman will pop another episode up on Paramount Plus for me to watch. So I'll time my lunch for that so I can sit here, have it up on the 65-inch screen and watch the movie or watch the series. Let's see. Taxes, visas, Thailand makes many rash decisions, but we are always waiting to see. Yeah, and that's the good place to see the final deals, because if people will come up and say, "Oh, we'll do this stuff." Some of the stuff they can't do without their parliamentary procedures. They can't do stuff like that. They can't automatically make ganja a class 3 drug. Again, they can't just do that on their own. They got to go through steps. So I don't know exactly, especially on that one. And that one, like I said, I just can't. I can't see them doing it, man. A lot of Thai people, a lot of people that came in here from other countries, warehouses and indoor grow facilities, and getting all the right paperwork and doing exactly what they wanted, and all on the up and up and boom, boom, boom. And now you're going to just pull the rug out from underneath them. I can't see it. Could it happen? Sure, it could. We're in Thailand, but I don't see it. And then on the visas, I think they're rolling towards more, easing, because like I said, man, even if they, some people say, no, they don't want the backpackers, and they need the backpackers. They need them walking the streets and buying the 25 baht, soups and food, and, spending 10 baht, 20 baht, 15 baht. They need that too. They need people like me that come in here and spend 100,000 baht a month, and why they would push them away, I don't know. It never made sense to me anyway. So I'm going to check into it a little bit. I know they've got a bunch of new visas and stuff, so we'll see. Let's see. You're waiting until they're all available in good series. Yeah, so you can binge watch it. That Goliath I liked. Like I said, for the most part, especially the first two, really. The first one I was like, yeah. So they're all good. All right, so I got to try this one. Jackson's saying Bosch. Okay, it's well worth the watch. 7 seasons. The Bosch leg. What is it on? Do you know, Jackson? Netflix, Prime. I got them all, so I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can find it. But Bosch is really good too. You like that too? Yeah, I got to find a new one because I do. That's my day. I'm kind of resting up. I mean, I've only got like I spent money on the frickin' on the guppies and stuff, so I've only got like about 8,000 baht out of my 25 left, and we're only on what the 13th today. So but I've got 4 or 5 thousand in cash in my wallet. So I feel pretty comfortable, but I'm not spending a bunch. So that makes me time. I screw around in the garage. I want to do more videos. I enjoy the editing. I enjoy doing the live streams, obviously, and doing both for both the channel should keep me way busy, and just relax, take my time, and try not to spend any more money on fish. Mayor of Kingston. I seen that one, and I haven't watched that yet either. For the most part, what I want it to be, which I'm trying to work towards, is when I'm not doing a live stream, which is only Saturdays and Wednesdays, to get up and get on the e-bike and do an hour deal on the e-bike, come back. Eventually, I'd like to go to the gym for an hour after that, and that way the e-bike is going to loosen me up instead of sitting there on the stationary bike. I'd rather take in some scenery and then come back, have breakfast, and do it. But right now, most of the time is working in the garage, cleaning up everything, moving stuff around. In the morning, I get up, like this morning, I got up early, 15 minutes after 3. So I'm going to probably need a nap in the afternoon. But get that, come here, watch some videos. Like I did, I watched a couple of the series. About 6:30, I go in and I make my breakfast, which usually consists of one piece of a whole grain bread with 2 poached eggs on top of it, a half of a small avocado, and 1 small tomato sliced. And then come back out, do this, go out to the garage, get everything going out there. And then I have been doing a little bit of video, and then I'll come in, play with the dogs a little bit, and kick back on the bed, make my lunch, and then go back out to the garage and think about what I'm going to do for a video. And then I usually come in about 3:30, 4 o'clock. My wife usually gets home about 5:30 or 6, and that pretty much rounds up the day. Maybe I'll do a video on a day's thing when it actually is something interesting. I think so. I think PP. Yeah, I think it's open. I haven't heard anything about it being closed. Now, the island itself, now some of the beaches and stuff like that, I know they roped off, and like the one that was from the movie and all that kind of crap. When I went there, 5-6 years ago, they had it roped off and wouldn't let anybody up on that beach. Let's see. Knives Out Murder Mystery. Okay, I'll have to check that one. I got a lot to check out. Let's see. What's next? It's saying, I know you like Breaking Bad, my first box set binge. Have seen Better. Yeah, Better Call Saul's. I watched about. I haven't binged. I've watched it on and off, and I think I've got about halfway through it. But yeah, pretty much a spin-off of them. There's so much stuff, and like I said, there's, like I said, here in Thailand, I know that Chuck gets a bunch of crap about his golfing. I do want to take some lessons, though. I don't think I'm gonna. Until I take a couple of lessons, I'm not going to golf again, Andrew. I don't think. I might, but I got to get over there and take a couple of lessons. And I'm budgeting, and I'm I have to see how much how much I can do. I'm really wanting to stick to this budget. I've never done it before, per se, in my life, so I want to do that. But I do want to do that. But you need, somebody's watching this and they're thinking about coming here and retiring here. the YouTube is a big, takes up not a lot of mine, but I'm not a very good YouTuber. But if you're doing it like Chuck and Joe and and James and these guys that got 50, 60, almost 100,000. I think Chuck's almost at. Uh, it's a lot of work, man. But for me, it keeps up part of my day. I'm going to say probably at least a couple 3 hours a day, and I haven't really got into making a bunch of videos, but I like it. I'm getting back into it. You can get burned out. I almost said, you know what, maybe I should just stay away for a couple of weeks and try to get into it. But now it came back, maybe because I have more energy because I'm not the complete fat bastard that I was. But I'm wanting to make videos again. So if I get into it and then I got the 2 channels going and doing, a live stream once a week on the other one just for probably Wes to come on and me and him bullshit. And then the ones on here and then the videos, that'll probably burn up 4 hours of my day. And then if I start golfing, a couple times a week, but you need a little something to do. Hey, Mark, how you doing, brother? I hope you're well. You need something to do. Golf, in some people's case, they go to the bar, hey, to each your own. They play pool. You got to do something. Can't just sit, and I couldn't just sit. But, you could travel. Even if you don't have a significant other, or in my case, my wife can't go all the places with me. So the stuff I'm trying to do now, I got a budget in for next month, the carrier for the back of the truck for the e-bike so that I could go to Rayong and try that surf fishing deal. Still got to take the 2 tires. I took them off the trailer. So now I've got to take them down with those and see if they can match up something close with the 3.75 tires that I want to put on it, get those on it, and then I can do that. And like I said, I would do a Monday through Friday, traveling on Monday, fishing and relaxing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, get up and head back. And because like I said, I don't see my wife that much, hour in the morning and maybe an hour at night. Because if I get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to bed at 8:30 at night. But got that going. I got the trailer that I could be doing, and all that stuff's kind of limited now to what's going on at the border now. Although if I had the trailer and we weren't going to use it to move if we had to, I could head the other way and go towards Craig's and feel comfortable doing that. But I've got a lot of avenues. It's just getting my ass to do them. Let's see. I said hi to Mark. Everybody said hi to Mark. Tommy said hi to Mark. So are you here or are you yeah, I need to go to the gym. You're right, Patty. And I gotta get my wife, and maybe I'll do that today. It's easier if she goes with me because they don't speak very much English, and I want to make sure I get get the same kid, the nephew. I'm sure he's still there. He works the place with his uncle and his aunt, and get on a regiment with him and pay him. I got to figure that into my budget, and start going. At least when I go in the beginning, I'll probably go 2 weeks straight until my arms and everything hurt like a son of a bitch until they come out of that, and then I'll probably go 3 days a week is what my plan is. But I got to do that. I want to boost up my my exercise, and I still haven't weighed myself. I gotta maybe I'll do that today. The scale that I use is out in the garage, and I'm going to go there as soon as I get done here. And like I said, I'll probably try, if you guys aren't subscribed, if you would subscribe to the Koi Thai Style channel. And I got 9 subscribers, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm going to try to do a live stream for maybe a little while. And if no one shows up, it will be very little while. But I want to try to do it on there and see what it takes to do. Like I said, I didn't realize that I had to wait 24 hours. But, we'll see. Let's see here. And Bangkok had a wild night in Bangkok with a group of friends. You're a wild man. I drinking, I could go out and have a good time, except with the way that I'm scheduled now. Just when everybody would be getting up and ready to go out at 8 o'clock at night, I'd be ready to go to bed. So I probably wouldn't be much fun, but I don't drink. And if I did, the last time that I drank, I got intoxicated. Like I said, I'm lucky and have the ability to suck down a margarita or two and stop and drink soda water. It doesn't bother me at all. But I want to say it was over 20 years ago. And what I remember about it is it was like a Friday night, and it took me till Tuesday to completely recover from the 3-day hangover that I had. I felt like shit, laid around all day. And that's when I said, and I was an asshole when I was out, got into beef. And that was when I stopped. And it might have been longer than that ago. Hey, Maui, what's up? Hope you're well. Yeah, it just isn't good for me, Mark. A lot of people, don't have a problem with turning into an asshole, but I do. That's why no one on here, no one in my family, no one will ever see me intoxicated again. So, see, I'm around the waist. I don't have a clue what that is. The pants that I wear are all string tied, stretchy shit. I haven't put a pair of Levi's on, and since I've been here, maybe when I first came, I might have had a pair, and I think those were 38s or maybe 40s, and I think I got bigger once I got here. So yeah, but like I said, man, I feel good. My energy level is unbelievable. I should put this up so you guys get a view of the. I don't know if anybody's out there. No one's out there. But anyway, I'll give you a quick view of that. Didn't. How do I get the full? Oh, there you go. Wow. Now you guys get the. Is that too much of me? You want me to bring it back to the smaller version? Yeah, I think. Are you still? I know that you told me, Lance, when you were going to come back here, but I think your wife was here, right? She's already back, I imagine, to Huyin. But I know that, like I said, Chuck and Pedro in Kokut or in Kochang. I know my wife didn't want me to go because she said there's, the borders all the way down in Tarat, so she didn't want me to go anyway. So I don't push that, but she's never going to stop me from getting on two wheels. But I think when I haven't decided whether I'm going to drive a truck or my bike to Chuck's Christmas party, so I got to do that. I'm sure he's still going to have it. My problem is I want to be here for my family. So if I go there and God forbid something happens here, my wife's on her own, and so I've got a decision to make there, and I don't know what decision I'm going to make. I would like to get away for a couple of days, but what happens if somebody needs something, or people need to come here or go. I don't know, so I got to see what's happening. She changed her plans. I'm supposed to go on the 27th, and that's the party in Tatpanome. So I'll have to see. Yeah, probably best. Hopefully, I don't know. Some people were saying maybe it would be over in a month. I don't know, man. I think Thailand's pretty pissed, and I know it's going to take them to both sides to. Now, see, I thought I heard boobs, but I don't think I heard boobs. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far are you is where her family is? Is that closer to the border or further away than where I am in Surin? Because that might be a thing there too. But yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I love my truck. My truck's awesome. I can bring that up all by itself, and I can make it closer. It needs to be washed. It's pretty much There we go. It is. It's an awesome truck. I have to agree. But anyway, let's see. Over 100 cm. I'm 103. That's okay this year. How many inches is that? What's 100 centimeters? Anybody know? Where's Jake? Uh, live your best life, no regrets. Yeah, no, I feel good, man. I don't regret shit. You know, I shouldn't say that. There's a couple of things in my life. I like to say that I don't regret some of the stupid shit that I did. I I I kind of regret, but I do. I live my life. I don't. My wife was really big on. She said I was way wrong by saying I don't give a shit if someone don't like me. You know, they can go get screwed. And she just said no, or you know, and she was big into the religion, and she had the people over there, and I curved my cussing and stuff for her. And when she played the tape back, and I was on the phone, and pretty much every word out of my mouth was "f this" and "f that" and "f this," and you know, and I said, you know what, you're right, but you know, hey, let's go to the casino for their all-you-can-eat buffet. Well, I don't really want the church people to see me go. Why? You know, who gives a shit what they? She definitely, her whole till her last breath, boy. She was. You need to care what people think, and I'm going. I care what you think. That's all. You know, a couple of times I think towards the end I said, okay, I'll try that, but I think I might have told a white lie. But it's tough, man. It's tough. 185 kilometers, really? To the Cambodian border? No way. Because we're right at the Cambodian border. Was right where we went to immigration, where the old immigration office is. That's pretty much right at the border, and that's a 45-minute drive. So unless it's measuring it someplace else, I could be wrong, Ron. I don't know, but I know that that's Cambodia, and I know that they put that there because it's right on the border, pretty much. I mean, stone's throw from the border. They put it there because of where it was, and that took us for an hour at the most. So that would be like 50 kilometers. So I don't know. Hey, Platinums, how you doing? Uh, but I think it is. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to ask my wife, but I'm almost positive, unless that's Lao, but that's not Lao. Lao's up and around the bend over by Ubon and Chuck's Way. That's Cambodia, and I know it was 50 minutes. I'm almost positive 50-minute drive from my house to the immigration in where we used to go. There we go. There's the Douglas house. How you doing, Douglas? Hope you're well. Yeah, because the old immigration office is right. That's why they put it there. It's really close to the border. And I think it took, like I said, if I remember right, 50 minutes from my house to get to the old immigration office. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, it's in the same way. I don't hold my tongue most things. Yeah, like I said, with the cussing, I really wanted to improve on that, and I know I have. Very rarely do I, especially, and you know the reason why I don't on this channel, so that my great grandkids, let's see what that crazy bastard was doing on YouTube 40 years ago. Sit around and eat popcorn and laugh at Grandpa. I don't want if they got their kids with them or something to hear the F-bomb and this and that. It was bad, man. I didn't realize how, when I'm talking to my friends on the phone, it just flows, man. Just the way that I talked back then. And I think if I got on the phone with them, if I talked for a long period of time, I'd probably throw an F-bomb or two and didn't even know it. But we'll have to see. But anyway, yeah. So nothing too, it's been an hour and 5 minutes or 6 minutes. I am going to go. If you guys aren't subscribed, like I said, if you would, go all one word, Koi Thai Style on YouTube. And I think I had 9 subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I'm going to I'll probably leave here probably about within the next half hour. If you are subscribed, you'll get a notification that I'm live. So I might, I'm going to try to do it because, like I said, I tried it yesterday and they said you have to wait 24 hours before you do your first live stream and get okayed by YouTube. So I don't know, but it's been 24 hours. It was like 8 o'clock yesterday morning. So we'll see. KOI, all one word, KOI, like the fish. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have some fun with the channel. Somebody's into it, like obviously Patty's not. But if somebody's into it and we'll get into koi, it's so, you know what it is? It's a hobby. And people, like I said, when you get here, if you set it up right and you do things, there's a lot of the stuff. If you should go over and watch Wes's channel, somebody put up a link to that would be appreciated. He built almost all his own filters. It doesn't take a bunch of money, especially if you're, mechanically inclined. To put it up something easy. You buy the tub, stick it in there, you make a little simple filter, and you're ready to go. And not much dough. And the fish here are ridiculously cheap compared if you come from any place but Thailand. But it is something that, thanks, I appreciate that, Platinum. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Internet? Hope you're well. But yeah, and it'll be fun. I'm going to be probably a half hour. I'm going to try to get over there and get everything up and running with the fish tanks and feed the ones in the quarantine tank, and then get on and see if I can get the live stream to work, and I'll do something. It'll be fun. If you guys want to join in, we'll probably talk about, there'll be more fish talk. So Patty might not want to come. My Cobby's old car. Yeah, I wish I had kept mine because I don't have the money to have what I would want to have now, and one of them being what you have. I'd have 40 probably, and then Chevelle, Camaro, Mustang, Mopar stuff. I'd have a whole garage full of stuff if I had unlimited funds. It's even more so here, more expensive to have anything nice. But I've had my share over the years, so I can't complain. I've had Bosses, I've had Camaros, I've had Corvettes, I've had a lot of stuff. So I got to enjoy them, but not in my old age. But I don't blame you. That's an excellent hobby to have. Yeah, if you would subscribe and come over there, I'd like to wrap. When are you going back? You're going back. When I go in January on the 12th, I think we talked about this last time, you're going to be gone, right? I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I want to get together and we'll go have a beer or sandwich or something. Yeah, but not as much as I wanted to. Now, pretty much the rain's gone, so I'm going to try to do it every day because it gives me the ability to on again, off again. If I get tired, if I happen to get out of breath, which I'm not doing, I feel good. So I'm going to try to do it every day. Just to go out to the reservoir, the same place if you watched any of my videos over there, it's like about a 45-minute, an hour loop, and come back. January, but back in mid-February. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make it that way, and we'll get together and have a burger or two or a beer. I'll even drink a beer. All right. I want to thank everybody, the 19 of you diehard people. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to try to have a little bit more content because I know like Patty and stuff like that. Try to find some information on and anybody else that wants to do it between now and Wednesday, what they can find out about the new marijuana, if any laws are coming or in effect, and what visas are available, and what was the other one? What was the third one that I wanted to do? I already forgot, so that one probably won't get done. 2 or 3 things that we can talk about and see what's up on Thailand. All right, let's see. Yeah, they haven't. I haven't had now. Kenny, he's got outdoor ponds. Like I'm sure I got snakes and stuff in the ponds in Ubon, but he's got his ponds. He lives in Surin, or in Sisaket, but he finds the little ones. I've only had the little ones here. I haven't seen any big cobras or anything on the property, and I haven't seen anything. Now I did have a scorpion, a big scorpion in the pool, dead, but I haven't seen. I've seen a couple of little ones. The dogs usually get them. They tore apart my Forza brake lines because the thing got up underneath the cover, and they went in there and grabbed, and the black hoses, brake lines, I guess look like a snake to my dogs. But they usually get them. So, I don't know if I know anyone up for golfing today. Who's Twilight Living Udon Tani? Is that? Oh, I see the same picture. When did you change your name? My wife's going, and I almost said, I did say, well, if you're going to she's going to Udon. I can't remember this month, going there for a 3-day or 2-day seminar. And I said, well, hell, if you're going to go there, I'll go there because I can go visit Tim, and maybe I go golfing or something. Oh no, because I can't go. What happens if the family? What happens if something happens? And I go, yeah, I forgot about that. So I got to stay home. But I almost was coming there, and I would have went. No change to the name. How long have you been? What is that? Living in Tiny Thailand. Has it always been that? Really? I guess it has. Maybe it has. I don't know. I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's see. Always, really? I thought it was just, I don't remember the TW living. Oh, living in Udon. That's right. Living in Udon, Thailand. I don't remember it being TW. I don't remember that. I remember living in Udon Thani, but not Thailand. I don't know. Maybe I guess I'm old. Am I showing my age? But Andrew might drive there. But anyway, all right. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. If you guys get notified, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, or if you do get notified, at least stop by and say, yeah, the sound's okay, the picture's okay, bye, and leave. I appreciate it. Did they block me again? I can't see me anymore. I hope not. Lurking most of the time and eating. Yeah, there you go. All right. I'm going to end the video in 1 hour and 15 minutes. You guys are awesome. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.